Lieutenant Paul Hahn of the California Air National Guard says the choppers will be back in the air after sunrise. There is at least one fatality reported among those trapped.
Fox, Jack Callahan. America's listening to Fox News.
Finding the next job is a big job, and that part of what you do is a little tough right now. Because of that, Lowe's for Pros is here to help. Get $400 in leads on us with a free one-year subscription from HomeAdvisor to connect to jobs that make sense for you. Sign up at lowesforpros.com/proloyalty to get started. Just one more reason why Lowe's is the new home for pros. Now let's get to work. Subscription and $400 lead credit subject to HomeAdvisor's approval and terms. Valid for new HomeAdvisor customers only. Lowe's loyalty required. More terms apply. Valid through 9/9 U.S. only.
Napa know-how.
Get all the quality parts you need at your locally owned Napa. Because right now, when you order from Napa online, you can pick up curbside at your local store in just 30 minutes. Or get your order delivered direct to your door with free one-day shipping and over 160,000 quality parts when you spend $35 or more. Quality parts delivered quickly and safely. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating stores, standard ground shipping and exclusions apply. .com.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new truck.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
WOCA.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. The Foreign Agricultural Service of USDA keeps up with the number of peanuts that are exported out of the U.S. They just released the numbers starting January through June of this year, including total kernel content, the in-shells, the peanut butter, and processed peanuts, along with peanut products. But the world has showing a tremendous increase, up 51.93% with the same period last year. That's an unbelievable record for peanut shipping. A lot of it, though, is going to China. China was the number one buyer this year. They have 51.27% of the market. So while we criticize in China, they're big buyers of peanuts, especially the oil stock peanuts that they use to crush and make into peanut oil. Number two buyer is Canada right on. Canada has 17.6% of the market, the market share. The third volume share goes to Mexico. They have 15.08. And then you drop down to some others with small amount of percentages. The Netherlands, 2.4. Japan, 2.2. United Kingdom 1.51, but that is in the United Kingdom or the UK market, and this year Argentina took over part of that market, about 58% of it, mainly because of peanuts that could not meet the minimum requirements on aflatoxin.
The Environmental Quality Incentives Program, or EQIP, is a continuous sign-up program allowing landowners or operators to apply for financial and technical assistance from many types of conservation practices. And USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service in Florida has made it easy to get more details. Just log on to www.fl.nrcs.usda.gov. You'll find links to more detailed information on the overall EQIP program, or simply stop by your local NRCS office.
I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish, we also offer rototilling and fence row spraying. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com, 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
When it really counts, depend on The Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today, some sun to start. Then it will turn cloudy with a couple of thunderstorms around for the afternoon. High today, 88 to 90. Tonight, mostly cloudy, lows 73 to 75. For tomorrow, cloudy and humid with a thunderstorm. Wednesday's high 89 to 91. And a thunderstorm or two Thursday. Otherwise, mostly cloudy and humid with a high 87 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
WOCA.
Ocala.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA. Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Sound means as you're listening to 96.3 FM 1370 AM, broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall. It is time for In the Garden at Caroline. Caroline Baldwin, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
How you doing today?
Doing all right.
Not too bad. As I gotta say, it's going to be a wet week, but right now it is just 74 degrees out there with a little bit of humidity. It is gorgeous.
I stepped out. I didn't really pay much attention when I let the cat out this morning, but when I stepped out to go start the car up, I went, oh, it's nice. Yeah, this is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You enjoy the mornings, and
it's 74. Usually by 9 o'clock it's been
82 or whatever.
84. We're expecting it to be continuously hot, though, through the week, as we mentioned to the listeners there, as we're, expecting a heat index value tomorrow at 102 and so on and so forth through the week. But the big thing is some of the wet weather that's expected this week. We only, if you really think about it, we only got really a few weeks left before we start to see the change, rainy season, and I get when we need it, bring it on, I guess. But today, 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms through 3 p.m. It's going to carry into tonight with a 30% chance, but tomorrow, 90% chance, and that bleeds into Thursday morning with an 80% chance, and then Friday morning as early as 9 a.m. again an 80% chance.
Right,
so,
but even still with all that, it has still been hit and miss of where you're at.
It sure does.
I mean, was a couple of times it didn't rain at all at work the other day, and I'm driving back towards Ocala, and I'm going, wow, it must have rained like all get out. I'm seeing water on the side of the road. I get to my house.
Bone dry.
Just about.
Yep.
It had rained.
Yep.
Just not significantly, but the sides of the roads had
filled up,
took water.
Yeah.
And I'm going, whoa, that takes a lot of water for that one or it needs to come down really, really hard.
Right.
For an extended period of time for that area that I know of to fill that much water.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Where I read the weather from the aviation.gov or the NOAA basically is they always bring about new rainfall amounts between 1/10 of a quarter of an inch and expect higher amounts possible with thunderstorms. Well, that's true, but really that's only in some areas.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna. It's
you
not like
the 1/10 to a quarter of an inch over here. Over here, if you're looking on YouTube, you got the big the big area. Yeah, you got what. It's in that intense thunderstorm that covers a 4-block area.
Yeah.
That you just got 2 inches of rain.
Yeah.
But it's still one of those things of, we'll take the rain while we can get it. This year, with everything being as nutso and the rest of it, we have been extremely lucky.
Yeah.
Tropical storm-wise, that we've not had. I mean, they keep popping up. We've got Renee on the. Yeah, there we go.
knock
it on wood. We've got Paulette and Renee out there, but they're only going to be an issue with, marine kind of thing, kind of
because
shipping channels or
they're
whatever.
pretty much showing that they could become intensified or something, but they're going to just kind of peel off into
because the way the weather patterns are working. I mean, here, what was it in Colorado? Almost 100 degrees the other day, and a freeze warning that night. Going, whoa! Now there's a temperature drop.
That's insane.
That's intense.
Right?
That's insane.
And I've experienced some of those.
Expecting 8 inches of snow on top of that. I'm going, wow. Now it can't stick.
It can't. After a little while, it does. If you have
the
enough
temperatures, I mean, just the ground, I would just
Right. So that kind of snow makes me think of like really fat flakes. That it's obviously a more wet snow, right? Well, what happens as soon as it first layer hits it? Hits everything, it kind of melts.
Right.
But then after a while, it does start to accumulate. So at least the first foot will be kind of like slushy. But then after that, it'll pile up real quick.
Yep. They may have a little something stuck to the ground, but it's one of those things. Thank God we don't have that. I mean, yes, we have some of the. We'll say in our winter months when they show up, where we can have that low 30s, upper 20s overnight, and then guess what? We're going to 75 degrees. So it's quite a span of time, but it takes it an extended time to get there, and an extended time to come back down.
Right.
It's not like
as
that.
drastic.
Yeah.
Much as we're talking about rain and thunderstorms and stuff, and how some areas within Florida get wet and not. Have you had the opportunity to be up flying at all and had seen rain falling down like?
I haven't flown much, but no, I really haven't. I mean, the only thing I've ever done was, I guess it was the last time I flew to my brother's. Is that the time frame? It was really cool because I came into Atlanta at sunrise. Or something like that. And I mean, it was cloudy. So coming in and going out, it was really pretty neat to see that it was all dull and overcast down below, and then boom, coming up, and it was just like, oh, gorgeous, gorgeous skies up here.
Well, just talking about the rain like we were, and how some areas get hit, it is incredible when you think about like. So a lot of times I've been flying. We don't fly into thunderstorms, but we fly around them and stuff. And when they're isolated, you can adapt and you can see it. And now today's technology, a radar, I can even, below 3,000 feet, I can have on my phone weather radar that comes up, and we've got it situated with satellite now with subscriptions that come through for that on the airplane. But nonetheless, it's just very fascinating to see. From a distance how that stuff falls, and sometimes it makes you wonder, like when we go into like a more of like a drier season and there's like drought or something like that, it's somewhat understandable because you see it does cover when the rain falls and there's a lot of it. It covers a huge area.
Right.
But then when you're up there and you see just how vast the area is nonetheless, you think like, well, how is that place ever going to get rain over there? It seems to always rain here. Or then some days it's vice versa. And there's a golf course out there to the west that I always keep my eye on because, they need rain, and especially when they aerate and stuff. And you'll always see like sometimes they'll get it, but sometimes not.
It's off to the side of them.
And like I said, it's just very unique to see a thunderstorm, to see it actually rain from the sky, from actually being up there and seeing it. Another thing is the snow. That was the most craziest thing I've ever.
That would be.
That was one of the craziest things I've ever witnessed. Is actually when you're up there and it's snowing, and it's not the whole area is gray or something like that, but you're looking at it from a distance, it just looks like
that would be something pretty interesting.
It's
but
crazy.
I've seen like the rain more from like say the water. We'd go out fishing, go out in the Gulf, and you're going, okay, let's watch, however far away, we'll watch that for a few minutes and just see what it's doing in case we need to hightail it. Either back to the dock or can we go hit an island over here and just wait it out for a few minutes and
absolutely.
We've outrun quite a few.
And it's just unique. And then again, and this one goes out to Galen, just how geek I am about weather. But I tell you what, I have seen some of the most remarkable sunsets here these past few days, this past couple weeks, because of the afternoon thunderstorms and what comes and kind of goes. If you notice, like last week, we'd have stuff kind of come in, and then in some areas it would dissipate so quick that it looks like it's going to stay cloudy and be rainy and then all of a sudden it clears about 45 minutes before the sun goes down. And it has just made for some of the most spectacular sunsets.
Right, that you've lost a lot of that cloud.
Yeah.
And actually, I think yesterday probably would have been one that would have given a good one. Because I know at work, we're sitting there, we're watching this, and I mean, it was dark cloud coming from...
It's come from the east.
Yeah, it was. It was coming from the southeast of us, of where we were. And coming in, you hear the thunder and that, and we're watching, and a few sprinkles, and it's like wind starts kicking up, and it's like, hurry up, come on, I got to go unlock 2 gates, open and close the thing and take care of a couple things. I don't want to get soaked. And we didn't.
No.
It did rain, but we didn't get that much of it. But then when I left, because I was actually off early yesterday, and I'm leaving, I'm driving home and go, wow. That just is like a beautiful, gorgeous sky here with white clouds and
you can see like the sun rays behind it. It's incredible. So that's why I wanted to geek it up and talk a little bit about it. And it's just one of those things. I've never seen skies like that anywhere else than I have, as much and as abundant and as beautiful as I have here in Florida. And that's one of the things I absolutely love about this state, because certain times of the year you just get this amazing skies.
But and just as something, it's like, okay, September. We came into September. Yeah. We're now on the 8th of September. And Weather Channel is what most everybody else watches, or your local news and that. Just looking forward at the next 10 days, it's upper 80s.
Yeah.
It's like it's September. We know either that or it's the Chamber of Commerce goes, they can't be over 90 right now. One or the other. But with the lows being into a little lower, the 72, 73 degree range. Yeah. Fall is on its way. Yeah. For what we know of fall. This is late summer.
Yeah.
We run late summer, runs through September.
Yeah.
For us, and officially. Fall starts 21st, 22nd.
That Tuesday.
It's probably the first full day. Of autumn. So for us, we run through September as late summer, even into part of October. But you'll find, these mornings are getting a little cooler, so we're thinking about some of those fall plants. The fall vegetable garden can get ready to go in. It's just your cooler season annuals you're waiting on. One, they're not in the stores.
Right.
Yeah. One, don't waste your money, even if you found them, or if you're going to grow your own. Wait, you might start your seed now, knowing you've got 6 weeks. Even then, I'd probably wait till the end of September.
Yeah.
And figuring on putting those in the ground come November, when we are consistently cooler.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But your veggies, you can. If you're going to put some tomatoes in, I'd get them in now.
Yeah.
Get them. If you didn't do your gardening over Labor Day weekend, you were all off for 3 days. You might still be off. I don't know. Get those tomatoes in. Get the squash and cucumbers and stuff that second summer crop kind of thing before there's the
curcubids.
Yeah, like for those brassicas. That's another tough one to say. And then we're going to wait until October-ish for all your broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage and things like that to start that winter, the actual cool season vegetables. But there's all kinds of things now still that can be planted. Anybody looking around thinking, it's September, and I've heard people go, oh my God, I was in this store and they have Christmas out. And I'm going, they do. That's retail.
That's retail.
They're going to run out by Thanksgiving.
Yes, they will.
And people who go in to really get into decorating, they are shopping now.
And I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of people right now that don't mind that. They're Christmas.
They change it. Yeah.
After the year we had.
The Halloween decoration.
I'll blow you up now for the front yard.
I went to Spirit over the weekend.
Yeah.
Went to
Halloween.
Spirit. Had to go in. Which, yes, if anybody doesn't know, Spirit stores, and this is a this is looking good this year.
Yeah.
In this one. Yeah.
You know, just that alone, that come up a week ago, it was like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, Halloween. Oh yeah, something to look forward to. Oh yeah, that's refreshing. Like a lot of people looked at it like a positive light.
And then coming into Thanksgiving and things like that. Well, here's something else: is the mums are showing up.
That's right.
The mums are in the store.
Not the mummies that we're talking about with the spirit Halloween. That's different.
Or mum that's across the pond. But
the mums we can.
The chrysanthemums.
There you go, chrysanthemums.
And the mums that we get in our stores, in our garden centers, and that are for our area.
Yeah.
They are most of the time garden mums. They can be put right in the ground here.
Right into
it. It's not something that we have to baby because they're grown up north. I actually had to put up an argument when somebody goes, "Hey, your DM's going to tell you to put them inside," and I'm going to tell him no.
Right.
And she looked back at me. I says, "Well, somebody must have told him it's too hot for mums." And I will tell him, as the growers told me, they're grown in Miami. Out in the sun. Out on the hot pad. They're grown out on Chrome Avenue.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're not going to get much hotter than that.
Right.
So long as you keep them watered, so long as you take care of them, don't water the top, water the soil well, because they really do come in crappy soil. But other than that, it's not going to hurt them to be outside in the sun. They're not hothouse.
Right.
They're not grown up north.
Right.
And even up north, it's been hot until now.
Oh, it's still hot.
It's still hot in many areas. Yeah, it's still.
Up in Ohio, we got a trip coming up, and we were looking at the forecast. It's still 80s and thunderstorms, and it's that. It's what's usually the late August stuff is bleeding in a little bit. Yeah, it's still warm up there.
So it's one of those things. It's okay, and they are the variety that does well here.
Yeah.
They're not the great big chrysanthemum that you grew up north. They are a smaller flower.
Yeah.
But we still get the gold and the yellow and the white and the reds and the purples and pinks and stuff like that. All of those great fall colors and they were on sale. They're on sale till tomorrow, I think it is. Yeah. But and that's going to go through. It's the season, If you're interested in mums, you can get them early. They're real tight.
When you mentioned just with the weather and hot, for those who want to grab them, how much sunlight?
They can take full sun.
Can they?
They will take full sun, and they are. To me, they're a little fussy on trying to make them perennial, or more fussy than I'm going to bother doing.
Yeah.
I'm the one. If you can't just come back on your own, I really don't. You're an annual. If I have to do anything, I have to cut you back. I have to take care of you. I have to shape you. I'm a lazy gardener. I'm definitely a lazy gardener. But
master gardener,
but lazy on that. Hey, why work harder? Work smart.
There you go.
I have a life other than just plants and dirt. Not much of one, but I do. But, if you get them now, they're real tight budded. You get them in the ground, put them in your planters, enjoy them. They will open. They'll open slowly. If you're using a commercial potting mix or garden soil to amend your soils or to put in your planters, they have fertilizer in them.
Yeah,
You don't need to. You don't need to put it in there and grab the Miracle Grow and pour a watering can full. You might find, they're dying. What did I do? You over fertilized them.
Yeah.
So just it's more over keep them watered. And like I said, the soil they come in is not the best. It's hard to get watered. If you let it dry, it is extremely hard to get that watered.
Oh, wow.
So, just watch that. Watch your water on it.
That soil,
and
it dries. It
compacts.
beats the water away.
Exactly. You have to soak it. It doesn't absorb. We actually get instruction specific of water. Just because you see it coming out of the pot doesn't mean the plant is wet. A heavy plant is a watered plant.
Yeah.
Means it actually took the water.
Interesting. Yeah.
Because trying to teach, because we don't want the water on the top, because you water on the top, and I know we can't do anything about the rain or if we have an irrigation system.
Right.
But the water that sits on those little buds, that little bud may not open. That little bud may just burn if it's sitting if it's too late in the day and the sun gets out there and
that turns into a magnifying glass
and burns them. But so, water early, try to water at the soil level, as best as you can, container as well as in the ground. But you can find them now.
Are you a fan of, and I know they sell them at your big box store there, they're like glass bulbs that you fill up and then you tip over and then it.
They have their place, I think, a little more for houseplants if you're going out of town kind of thing. Or if it's in a spot that you have a hard time getting to. The glass ones obviously are decorative. There are some utilitarian type that use 2-liter soda bottles. You'll have to find those online. But those, if you're going away for an extended period of time and you've got some big planters, those might be just the ticket. Kind of thing. And they do. They have a spike. I want to say Job's was one of the companies that made them. And you just save your empty 2-liter soda bottles and, fill them up with water, screw them on. They have a little filter. It's an engineered thing. It's not just, how does this not... it's don't question. I don't know how it doesn't just dump it all in. But you start out with a well-watered plant. And it's that the soil that it's touching, it's getting dry. We must keep this moist kind of thing. And so it draws it through.
Incredible.
It's some pretty neat. And those make some neat if you're thinking, I know it's September, don't yell at me, but sometimes these things are hard to come by. As you hit December, if you're thinking of Christmas gifts for your gardening friends, you might begin to look at that kind of stuff. If you know that your friend vacations a lot and has houseplants that maybe you get charged with watering. You get, hey, do you mind coming over? I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks. Oh, okay. Maybe you can set something like that up. The other thing, especially if you've got container or patio plants and things like that, is they make micro irrigation systems for them.
Oh, wow.
For potted plants, for hanging baskets that you may have on a lanai that goes around, that you can actually get a system, and so you get a little timer. You're going on the possible cruise for Christmas. Who knows?
Sure.
Or the first of the year. That stuff's all going to come back.
There's a lot of people looking forward to that.
The
deals are going to be good.
The deals will be fantastic. That you can set that up and you'll come back to happy plants, and that your best friend isn't trying to buy another plant like that one. Oh, the one that they killed because they forgot to water that one. Different things to keep in. Different things to keep in mind when we're thinking. I know that was always a question Larry and I would get into a conversation. And once you hit December, you're trying to find gardening items. I know we're in Florida, but corporate America says it's December. You're not gardening. You're not going to find it. You will find maybe the basics in the home improvement stores, but you're not going to find the cute, or the neat, or the garden ornament, or find just some websites. Maybe I'll have to try to take a look around and get some ideas on some websites to go find some really neat, gardening weirdness, interestingness. I know there for a while, because everybody knows, I fear the garden gnomes. So there were some that showed how dangerous they are, where, you'd find these zombie garden gnomes, devouring the garden flamingos, or the garden-zilla, where you get the giant garden-zilla, ornament to go out there. Just, there are fun things for every mentality in the garden.
In the garden, that's right. Yeah, that's good stuff. As we're making our way towards the bottom of the 9 o'clock hour, as we say, I know I had a caller in there. Please call back 622-9622 as we welcome everybody who has any questions. Like we mentioned, it's fall. It's time to get some other things planted and growing, and now's the time to do it. So with any questions that you have, please give us a call in the garden with Caroline Baldwin. As we continue on here, we're going to have more good show coming your way. Stay tuned. We'll be breaking for our national news when we come back. More in the garden with Caroline. Back after this.
Foster. President Trump says he's hopeful a coronavirus vaccine could be ready before the election, maybe as soon as next month.
At a Labor Day news conference at the White House, the president dismissed suggestions a vaccine is being tied to Election Day for political gain.
The most important thing to me is saving lives.
Democratic nominee Joe Biden told reporters he would want to see what scientists say, but added, if I could get a vaccine tomorrow, I'd do it.
Fox's Jared Halpern. Dozens of campers and hikers are trapped by wildfire near Fresno, California.
Rescue helicopters unable to land because of the conditions.
Extreme heat, high winds, but also smoke and very difficult terrain.
Lieutenant Paul Hahn of the California Air National Guard says the choppers will be back in the air after sunrise. There is at least one fatality reported among those trapped.
Fox's Jack Callahan. America's listening to Fox News.
Finding the next job is a big job, and that part of what you do is a little tough right now. Because of that, Lowe's for Pros is here to help. Get $400 in leads on us with a free 1-year subscription from HomeAdvisor to connect to jobs that make sense for you. Sign up at lowesforpros.com/proloyalty to get started. Just one more reason why Lowe's is the new home for pros. Now let's get to work. Subscription and $400 lead credit subject to HomeAdvisor's approval and terms. Valid for new HomeAdvisor customers only. Lowe's loyalty required. More terms apply. Valid through 9/9 U.S. only.
Napa know-how.
Get all the quality parts you need at your locally owned Napa. Because right now, when you order from Napa online, you can pick up curbside at your local store in just 30 minutes. Or get your order delivered direct to your door with free one-day shipping and over 160,000 quality parts when you spend $35 or more. Quality parts delivered quickly and safely. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating stores, standard ground shipping and exclusions apply.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new truck.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
If you're looking for a super buy on trees, here's great news for you from Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Bob has made a super buy on red buds and golden rain tree. He's passing along savings along to you. Number 1 size red buds, Bob's regular super low price, $19.99. To you, they're just $12.99. And golden rain tree in the number 5 size, normally $59.99 or just $29.99. Remember, too, at Bob Wines, you always buy one tree and get a second one for half price. And that's for all trees, priced from $19.99 all the way up to the super jumbos. No matter how you look at it, Bob Wines Camellia Gardens is the best tree buying place in town. They're located on Southeast 38th Street, just east of Lake Weir Avenue, daily from 9 to 4:30. Bob Wines Camellia Gardens in the same blooming place since 1952.
WOCA.
September is Suicide Prevention Awareness and National Recovery Month. On Friday the 11th, Steve Blank, COO of the Centers, and Nancy Castillo from the Marion County Children's Alliance will be my guests, and they will give us some valuable insight on the serious issue and will be letting us know about the drive-through recovery resource event to be held at the Centers on September 26th from 10 to 1. So tune in Friday the 11th at 8:35 a.m. for mental news that you can use from the Centers and Marion County Children's Alliance and your friends here at WOCA, The Source.
Dog lovers, listen up. You Move is a supplement for dogs. Elfie Rodriguez from Elfie's Refuge in Tampa has joined the Get Moving campaign by giving You Move supplements to shelter dogs to help their mobility. On September 9th at 9:35, Elfie will be Adam's guest. We'll learn about the amazing results he's seen. Shelters across America are participating in this Get Moving campaign. Again, September 9th at 9:35 a.m. Good dog news you can use from You Move and your friends here at WOCA, The Source.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish, we also offer rototilling and fence row spraying. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com, 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today, some sun to start. Then it will turn cloudy with a couple of thunderstorms around for the afternoon. High today, 88 to 90. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low 73 to 75. For tomorrow, cloudy and humid with a thunderstorm. Wednesday's high, 89 to 91. And a thunderstorm or two Thursday. Otherwise, mostly cloudy and humid with a high 87 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
WOCA.
Ocala.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA. Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Listening to AM Ocala Live 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, as we are broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall. We are streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, The Source Radio. As we mentioned, YouTube Live. Be sure and hit the like button as we do. Like I said, we put up the streaming segments that we have, and this is always a popular one, so make sure you hit subscribe and like. That way you can keep up to date with all the new streaming videos that we put up with your favorite segments like Carol Ann and Matt Gibbs for Sunrise Automotive. As we are back giving some advice, as we've talked a little bit about what's to be expected coming into fall, we obviously we talk to death about weather, which is always a fun thing. That's why I love you, girl. That's why I'm glad you're in here. It gives me something to look forward to. I guess maybe amongst everything else in the world, I feel like, hey, I got a little leg up on weather and to talk about it, and it's hard to get political unless you're talking about the machine that some people think actually manipulates hurricanes. But other than that,
and there's no belief in that here.
Exactly.
But no, we were talking. Yeah, I took a second, and that's all it took me online to onto Google's. Hit the Google's up and said, I just want garden gifts. Yeah, that was my search thing, and whoa, my phone is just now deciding to bring stuff up too. That is weird. I didn't touch that. What are you doing? It knows.
Yeah.
That new show out next.
Hi, Google.
Hi, Google.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Google.
Yeah.
Would you like to share what you're
what
we've been talking about? You're sharing everything we've been talking about. Phenomenal.
That's weird. I have not touched that thing, and that's not even the same screen I have up at the moment. But maybe it heard me or something. Maybe I did.
And it's on the same
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Well, I did say okay, Google,
that's true.
that's brought it up. Okay, but the 14. I do 4 pages just showing up, and they're the Spruce www.thespruce.com. 14 best gardening gifts of 2020. Then you got my mag. Not my. NY, New York. Mag.com. 26 best gifts for gardeners of 2020. The Strategist, New York. Gardeners.com. Gifts for gardeners. Unique gardening gifts. Free shipping. 37 best gardening gifts at a country living. So there's all kinds of them. Plus we do have some specialty. We got a lot of different independents. Garden, nurseries, garden centers in our area and surrounding areas.
That's not
so
bad.
don't forget about those. There's, I think, Peacock Cottage out on the boulevard. I think they're in Chelsea Square. We have Bob Wines. We always have gift certificates with Bob Wines. Even that is a great gift. Now, with Bob Wines gift certificates, don't forget when you win them, those are plant material only. Plant material only. And not the holiday stuff.
Right.
So, because they have limited, on what they can do with that.
Yeah.
But still makes a great garden gift. Or you can always buy, if you buy a gift card, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different. And even your big box stores, you can always do the gift card thing. But that's, do see if you can find something fun. I mean, there's always a, somebody who loves roses always has a hard time finding the long gauntlet gloves that protect one's arms. That a lot of times I've had people coming in and they're buying the gift, they're buying the rose bush, da-da-da, do you have any gloves? And it's like, wow, you know what? We get them, they come in, they go out. It's not one that is a regular glove on the shelf.
Right.
Which is unusual, but it's one of those kind of things. So make it an all-around thing. We think of and it's some ideas that I know it's September. Some ideas that we used to do with family of when you're going to do that family gift. That everybody's chipping into it.
Yeah.
And it might be here. You got a cool galvanized tub. And, because this family has all kinds of cool cars or something like that. And so you buy the car wash and the sponges and the hose nozzle and anything you can think of washing the car. It's better than buying the bucket that already has it, because you can actually get all kinds of neat stuff and maybe even a couple coupons for a car wash for a vacuum out or something like that.
Sure.
But you can do that same kind of stuff with garden stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. We do got a caller. Good morning, WOCA. You're in the garden with Carol Ann.
Good morning, guys, and
morning.
Happy fall.
Happy fall.
Almost. It's happy September.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mental thing. It's September, so right away, being from up north, kids are back in school, and you can see your breath in the morning once in a while.
That's true. September happens, and it's time you can break out your sweater.
That's right. And it's apple picking season, too, by the way.
Yeah. See, speaking of the weather and everything, you mentioned Colorado a little earlier. I watch the Weather Channel quite religiously. I love watching the weather and on everything else. And unbelievable, like Denver, Sunday was 97 Sunday, 95 yesterday, and today it's 34 with a half a foot of snow. I mean, that's almost unbelievable. Now, the question is that kind of hard on grass, flowers, bushes, and trees?
You know it. They went from actively growing, blooming summer plants that because the days are not getting shortened. It's not shortening them, not till September, the first day of autumn. So it probably fried a whole lot of stuff that normally would have gradually been going to the dormant side. If they wouldn't have been up in the 90s, they would have been probably seasonally for them might have been in the upper 70s at this time of year. I don't know.
Yikes.
And the plants would have been gradually going into their dormancy and going to sleep. Instead, it was like, guess what? You're now in a coma. You might be dead. Life support may not help, because that ground went from warm. Warm ground to probably the temperature. If the snow stayed, that ground had to go to freezing.
Right.
At least a couple of inches down. So.
Well, according to the Weather Channel, they're going to be back near 80 this weekend.
Wow.
I'm looking at the forecast now as they call for Saturday high near 76, Sunday near 79, Monday mostly sunny, 82 in Denver, Colorado. But right now, you want to know what right now is? Right now it's 35 degrees with wind gusts as high as 28 miles an hour with a 100% chance of daytime snow to accumulate 2 to 4 inches.
Wow.
There's a freeze warning for tonight with a 90% chance of snow with expected a foot. Holy cow.
So come this weekend when it all melts and the yards are just going to be toast.
Yeah.
It's a little late to do much.
There must be some pretty hardy people out there.
Oh, most certainly.
Yeah.
April is on average their snowiest month. April in Denver.
Yeah, I can see that because of the way in which everything happens with the moisture and how that stuff kicks up with the change. That's where you're going to get a lot of that from. How that, because in Denver, I mean, it's the Mile High City, but when you look at Denver, it's like at the precipice of the beginnings of the Rockies there. So like where the international airport is and all that, like you haven't reached the mountain yet. Like the range is there, and it just comes in with some crazy. And that's,
weather. And they get the great spring snow season, the great spring skiing.
Which is really cool. Where you're like skiing in a t-shirt, which you can by the end of the weekend in Denver, Colorado this week. Good Lord.
Well, anyways, I'm not going to. Last week I complained about 4 or 5 days of raininess, and then after calling my daughter last week in Phoenix being 117 and it's sunny and dry there, and now at Denver with 97 and 34 or 5. I mean, I'm very happy right here. It can rain all at once, and everything's just fine.
That's right. Just turn the fan on. It'll help dry things out. Yeah. Turn the dehumidifier on a little bit. It helps the AC, I guess. If it's getting to be a little too much.
Right. Take care. Nice talking to you guys.
You too, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't know it was that drastic. I knew there was a big temperature change that they were talking. I didn't know it was that drastic.
Right.
They're literally in a freeze warning for the night of. It's supposed to be a low of 29 tonight in Denver, 29 degrees. Currently, the high is only 36, which they've almost reached it so far. So 100% with, and mind you, here's the big difference is the wind chill, right? Ooh. So I think they say you can add a certain amount of degrees cooler for every 10 knots or 10 miles per hour of wind. Right. Well, gusts as high as 28 miles an hour. I mean, that's almost like blizzard conditions.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the week, you want to take the kayaks out, hit the river? You want to take the mountain bikes up and T-shirts?
The river's probably going to get a little rough because everything that ended that came on will melt and it will be a quick. So they're going to see some. I was going to say they're going to probably see a little bit of localized flooding after that.
They might.
And things like that. Just again, the ground being cold. But you know what? This year, I believe it.
Yeah, I believe it. Yep.
Now, even though I'm not there to personally witness this, I know this happened. It's just one of those things. Nothing is going to surprise me this year.
And maybe that's the lesson learned of this year's. Don't be surprised. Don't be completely shocked. Take it for what it's worth. Appreciate the value in it and move forward.
Go with the flow. Tell your family and friends you love them and care about them. Embrace each day.
That's right. Whether it is 39 degrees with a wind chill of 28 miles per hour wind and a foot of snow to 78 degrees the same sunny Sunday. Okay, we got another caller. Good morning. You're in the garden with Carol Ann. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Now that the Crumb Crunchers are going back to school, the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are probably going on the menu again.
Oh,
yes, which that was.
And in the world of jelly, there are three grades. The preserves have the most fruit. Actually, have pieces of fruit.
Right.
The jam is made with fruit puree. And the jelly is made with fruit juice.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So
I'm a preserves person.
Yeah.
I love the preserves. I want chunks in my my toast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
kind
true.
of stuff.
Yeah. It's like, do you like Chucky peanut butter too?
No, it's got to be creamy, Jeff.
There's and these farm markets locally that the locally made fruit preserves are primo.
Oh,
Primo. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Picked at their prime and done up with minimal processing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good as it can get.
You pay a couple extra dollars, but well worth it in flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a nice, what is it, a mixed berry jalapeno one, and that one with cream cheese on Ritz crackers. It's got just enough zip. It's got just enough zip to go with, like, cream cheese and Ritz crackers.
Yeah, there you go. Just to add a little extra. Well, thanks for the call, partner. Appreciate it.
Okay, now have a good day.
You too.
It makes me think, because it was mentioned with Farmer Ranch headlines in the Southeast AgNet with Tyrone Spillman, his peanuts, it's coming back.
Peanut, right.
And it's funny to me because I just heard over the weekend, it was one of my favorite comics, Jim Gaffigan. He goes, they got peanut butter now, right? And it's like they got chunky peanut butter and then extreme chunky peanut butter. Right? He's like, I opened up the jar, it was just peanuts. He goes, have you ever tried to spread that stuff? Oh, this is radical. And then, going back to like the jams and jellies, one of my absolute favorites is orange marmalade on a rye toast.
I'm not a big marmalade, but that does actually on a rye toast.
Love it. But it is funny, like the grades, like you mentioned, just jelly. Just jelly. It's just juice. It's like it's mediocre grape juice thrown in with a bunch of Bigfoot gelatin.
But that's what kids love. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is good now that that's going to go back
and
up.
And again, here's something else that becomes a great gift idea.
Yeah.
Is the local farmers markets, are up and going again. And even because we are in Florida, we grow a lot of peanuts.
Yeah.
You can even get a natural peanut butter that's, again, very minimally processed. And if you're concerned on the whole carbon footprint kind of thing, it didn't travel very far.
No, it did not.
You're going to have to stir it.
Yeah, that's true. There's a separation there with the oil that floods the top, but just
or if
stir
you turn it, keep it upside down in the cupboard, it's easier to do.
Which is real good. See, it's that's what I love. That's what I love about this show.
And I was going to say peanut butter and jelly. And Larry and I always used to. If Larry's listening, I know he's been busy in retirement. We always ended up talking about food, and by the time I'm leaving at 10 o'clock, going, dang, I know I just ate breakfast, but I could use a burger.
That's right.
Talking about big slices of tomato on just white bread and mayonnaise. That's all you need.
And right now I'm thinking about peanut butter jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter jelly.
Yeah, that might be. Yeah,
peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly.
Mm-hmm.
Peanut butter jelly, the baseball bat.
There you go. Good times for kids.
That's right.
But that's a lot of the fruits. Strawberry season's going to be hitting us up pretty soon.
Right.
And so will our citrus season.
Yeah.
Actually, I think some of the early citrus is probably coming in this month.
Yeah.
There might be some of the local early ripening fruits coming in. So the AgNet might be talking about them. And anybody interested, I know we have a lot of listeners that are from here, and so I preach to the choir and that. But we got people who are not from here, and there's a great deal with Fresh from Florida.
Yes.
That's what it's called. You go search up Fresh from Florida. Sign up for their newsletter, sign up for their thing. They will tell you what's in season. They will tell you how to use it.
Yeah.
They will give you recipes. They will even allow you can bookmark your recipes on your account with them, and just some great ideas all the way from not just produce, but the fresh catch. If you like fish and scallops and things like that, they will tell you how to find them. Even local, I believe they even cover beef, poultry, and things like that in there because you have your local farmers,
you do.
And it's fresh from Florida.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to have some really great, you figure we got some of the best grass for animals to eat,
to graze,
that kind of stuff. That's why they bring racehorses here, and great, grass-raised beef.
There were some that perked up when you said some of the best grass.
And it's possible too. I mean, you figure some of the industry, started on that.
That's right. We mentioned the hemp, agricultural hemp's going to move through.
Agricultural hemp and your CBDs and things like that, and your different grades on that as well. I can just see the Southern AgNet talking on that.
Talking on that. We do have another caller. Good morning, WOCA. You're in the garden with Carol Ann.
Oh, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
I called last week about the papaya seeds from buying papaya in the grocery store, and those not producing. Do you know what the scenario is that I forgot? Is every year that I did those, I always planted a couple red ladies from Lowe's. And I believe those are self-pollinating. Maybe that was the factor.
I believe that, I think the red ladies are, yes, because they don't have, we get red ladies. We don't get another one.
Yeah.
So yes, that's quite possible, is that you had that pollinator that you didn't even know was there. Quite possible.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yep.
And that's the missing link for what's going
the missing
on now.
link on that. Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
After you had called, we had still talked about it. We talked a little bit of it later. Is just what maybe that scenario was that made you have the
what
issue.
was going
but there
on
you
with
go.
it. But yeah, I believe you're right. It's just having one or two. And a lot of times, even just one pollinator, is enough, or one near enough. Even if it would have been if your neighbor was growing some, may have been enough to get it going. But yeah, I think you've got it right.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Well,
and one other thing.
Sure.
I saw some, I guess, giant swallowtail caterpillars eating on some leaves of some type of bush. I don't know what it is. But those are ugly. The head on it, I thought it was a lizard.
They look like bird poop, actually.
Is that right?
Yeah, they look. Yeah, they look like, they're called the orange dog caterpillar, and they look like bird poop. And people go, oh my God, this is some nasty looking, and it's all over, and there's things eating it, but yes, they start out looking, and it keeps them from being eaten by other things.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, they look like they look like bird poop. Yeah.
Bird poop, and then like you mentioned almost like a little lizard looking head.
Lizard looking, as they change.
Wow, beautiful butterfly though.
Oh yeah.
Incredible.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and you all have a good week.
You too. Thank you. Thank you for the call, partner. Excellent. So yeah, there it was. And you had mentioned something about that when we were
where is that? Good pollinator, and I should have looked it up and remember the placement of the flowers on those. A lot of times you can't always tell unless you really are into the botany part of it, of being able to identify the male and female flowers, and that, on a squash plant or a cucumber, you can see it, because it's got the baby squash or cucumber behind that flower even before it's pollinated. And so that's, what finishes that off. So it's one of those fun,
incredible
kind of things on
And I'm still looking at this orange dog caterpillar.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Because there's some caterpillars that you're like, oh, little caterpillar.
Look at that.
The hungry caterpillar.
The hungry caterpillar.
It's beautiful, but then you're like, ooh, that one,
or the ones that come through and they eat everything, and people are going, how do I kill him? How do I kill him? And it's like, would you stop? It's a butterfly. And they look at you going, why did you have to say that? I wish to kill them all.
Yeah.
Or even the oleander. If you've never seen the oleander moth, it is a moth. I always called it the hippie wasp because it's a polka dotted. It's got polka dots. It's got red. It's got blue. It's got all kinds of. Yeah. But the caterpillar of the oleander caterpillar and the caterpillar of the Gulf fritillary are very similar in look. But you see him with his polka dots. Oops, you had him. His polka dots and his little red tip on his butt.
Tip.
And
yep.
I don't know why I called him the hippie moth, but just because he didn't match, I guess, or it's just
crazy.
Colorful.
Beautiful though.
But it's a moth, and people go, well, because it's a moth, I can kill it off. I'm not that worried about it. They will defoliate your oleanders, and then they will migrate over to your mandevillas.
Yeah.
They can get on your desert rose. So it depends. It might be the kind of thing of, okay, the desert rose is going to come in the house, a couple different things, or you don't plant those plants.
Yeah.
If you're going to be that freaked out about it, I mean, yes, there are ways of treating for them, but realizing too, it's also pretty much a symbiotic relationship between the two. Yeah. One's a food source, the other, and so it's,
So that's that's the oleander, and then there's the oleander hawk, which they classified, and that's what I'm looking at now. But the one you're describing there, it almost has waspy features to it.
Yes, it does.
I could see that being a
where it's like
issue.
somebody's going, the big thing is, it's just a moth. It's just a moth. Well, moths, all insects have their place.
Sure.
I mean, I just wish, that Noah wouldn't have brought the mosquito or the fire ant on board the ark, but... No, just one of those things we have to deal with. It's, I'm not sure, or even the love bug,
Right.
Nothing really eats
Right.
the love bug. So.
I've seen a few more of them here lately.
Yeah, I saw one the other day. It was, oh no, Hugh was right.
Yeah, because he was talking about it all
yes, oh no, I was walking to my car to have lunch, and it was warm enough, but it was a single. He had not yet found a mate, so it was one of those kind of things.
Well, as Carol Ann, we've come to the top of the another show in the books.
Yeah.
As we've come through, it was a good one.
It was. We have fun as always.
As always, talked a little bit about everything, but yeah, you're right there to the caller with now school back in session. That definitely helps.
Yep.
As far as the ag farm and for peanuts, and more peanuts. The peanut butter, it's good stuff. See, it's all coming back.
That's it.
It's got to be.
It's all we'll all survive.
Yeah. More AM Ocala Live coming your way. Matt Gibbs, Auto Repair with Personal Care up next. We're back after this.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The Senate's back in session today with no word on any progress toward another coronavirus financial relief package. White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows tells Fox Business Network there's plenty to agree on.
Enhanced unemployment, when we look at what we can do for schools, when we look at what we can do for those small businesses and direct stimulus checks.
Most Democrats in Congress want more than Republicans are willing to spend. Some Republicans oppose any more spending on coronavirus relief. Even if President Trump's prediction of a coronavirus vaccine coming soon comes true, a lot of Americans are skeptical.
2/3 of Americans say they won't be getting a coronavirus vaccine right away, and 1 out of every 4 say they won't ever get one. This is according to a poll conducted by USA Today. Those who said they were age 75 or older were more likely to want it right away.
Fox's Evan Brown. America's listening to Fox News.
Time's running out to win $1,000 a day for life from Publishers Clearinghouse. Enter at PCH.com and you and your family could soon be celebrating the win of a lifetime. Don't miss your chance to win $1,000 a day for life on October 31st. Go to PCH.com before it's too late. That's PCH.com. Better hurry if you want the next big winner to be you. Enter now at PCH.com. Entries due 10/28. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited.
Finding the next job is a big job, and that part of what you do is a little tough right now. Because of that, Lowe's for Pros is here to help. Get $400 in leads on us with a free 1-year subscription from HomeAdvisor to connect to jobs that make sense for you. Sign up at Lowe's for Pros.